The universe. The universe. How much mystery is hidden in the dark, deep space, and how much effort mankind has invested in order to unlock all those puzzles. Among all these puzzles, the one most troubling the human mind may be the origin of the universe. After century and century of arguments, many scientists today tend to settle with one theory, the Big Bang Theory. According to this theory, our universe never existed until 13.8 billion years ago. Some entity called singularity formed itself from nothing and exploded. Then everything, including material, energy, space, and time, is brought to existence by this one-time explosion. The birth of all materials of the entire universe is completed with 1 microsecond after the explosion. All materials rush away from each other at extraordinary speed ever since. If all this is true, the materials sent out at the completion of the explosion must be the last batches for the universe to have. As no more material is trailing after them, all these last batches must have enveloped a space, inside which a material void is found. The void must also expand as quickly as the last batches of material can fly. After 13.8 billion years of expanding, this void must be enormously huge. However, no such void is ever acknowledged in humans' observation. To hide the controversy of void, the only alternative is to allow some source continuously spewing materials to fill this space during the universe's entire age. However, no such material source is found either. Furthermore, a continuous source must nullify the concept of one-time explosion that the so-called Big Bang Theory asserts. So, void or source, the Big Bang Theory has created a contradicting pair in logic to destruct its own credibility. As such, different answer other than Big Bang must be sought for the origin of the universe. Every star's age is limited, and the ages between all stars are oh so different. The age comparison between them must lead us to believe that the universe once has its first group of stars, either a single one or multiple limited few, from a lone group to the seemingly limitless distribution of stars that we see today. There must be a process of propagation. During the propagation, more and more stars successively appear as if some ablaze torches are turned on in sequence. As time progresses, the newer group of torches encircle the older ones with higher and higher population. While the torches at some far distance emerge radiate white or blue light, the first ever few stars should have been very old, red, brown, dim, or even extinguished. What is the mechanism enabling the propagation? To answer this, we need to trace back to ancient time when there was only one or few stars. Let's imagine that the torches are put off one group at a time in a reverse order opposing to the propagation procedure. When we get back to the first star, we cannot help to question what has been this star before it starts burning. The easiest answer is fuel. The simplest but most powerful fuel human can ever find so far in the universe is hydrogen. Hydrogen is widely spread in the universe. Today, it still accounts for 74% of visible materials in the universe, even after 13.8 billion years of consumption by all those stars in the heavens. While we present a picture how more and more stars appearing from near to some remote distances, we are not suggesting a center for the universe. The infinite universe has no center, although by a pure chance, it does have a location where the first explosion is hosted. You can consider this location to be the center of the world that our observation instrument can ever reach. However, no matter how powerful our instrument can be, this world can only permanently be a tiny speck